Mr. Ugly so starring Mr. Ugly and the Human. Yes, got it.
Hello everybody and welcome to 2024. Happy New Year. Some people do a dry January. We did a no channel update January. Yeah. Anyway, we're starting off this year with a couple of 2-packs from Hasbro, featuring characters from the upcoming Transformers Reactivate video game from Splash Damage Studios. Here we go! Here we have the first set of figures, Optimus Prime and Soundwave, as they will appear in the upcoming video game. We wanted to take a look at the packaging first this time, because it's a bit more elaborate. Aside from the large plastic window showing off the two figures in robot mode, there's a nice set of images of the figures that appear to be retouched photos of the toys themselves. Both are featured on their respective sides of the box in both robot and alt mode, and the back of the box gives us a look at larger versions of the retouched images in a different arrangement. You also get a couple of in-game images of the characters along the bottom of the backside here. Why don't we pop them out and take a better look? Taking a cursory look at these two figures, it's apparent that these versions of Optimus and Soundwave differ from previous incarnations in some subtle and some not so subtle ways. Optimus looks like most other versions of himself, with the exception of the backpack. Soundwave here still has that tape deck door for a chest, but he clearly does not turn into a boombox. The basic story of the upcoming video game, Transformers Reactivate, is that Earth has been invaded and conquered. Human resistance fighters have rebuilt and reactivated, get it, the Transformers to help them fight back and retake Earth. Hey, let's start with a closer look at Soundwave, shall we? Soundwave still looks like his usual self. The aforementioned tape deck chest, the iconic head design, that color scheme, and even his weapons are like most variations on his G1 self. Maybe because he doesn't transform into a boombox, his shoulder cannon looks to me more like an actual weapon, and less like a weapon disguised as a cylindrical component of a stereo. He's got some interesting red highlights here and there on his robot mode, and aside from the wheels hidden in the backs of his legs, there aren't any overt hints as to what his alt mode will be. Speaking of which... Here is Soundwave in his new vehicle alt mode from the game. This armored battle SUV does resemble some other vehicle modes he's had over the years. Most notably, it's quite similar to his War for Cybertron video game alt mode. I like the look of this vehicle mode with the Humvee-esque silhouette and roof-mounted weapons. I also like the armored windshield that suggests squishy human meat sacks may be driving or riding in him. I also like this vehicle mode, though I do shed a tear for the lost tape deck functionality. No little minions ejecting from this guy's hood, I guess. Still, gets the job done. Okay, let's take a look at the head honcho. And here we have the newest version of my Robot Space Daddy. Jeez Louise, really? I'm ignoring you. He's definitely beefier than his recent renditions in the current toy line, with the bulked up chest and shoulders and his rippling. Yeah, let's go with rippling. Robo-abs. Even so, he still looks like Optimus Prime. He's got that recognizable head, the signature weapons, and of course, the red and blue color scheme. I like the subtle redesign of his rifle and the inclusion of his energon axe, even if it does peg on at an odd angle, so it only covers half his fist. He's even got a matrix in his chest, visible behind the peck windows. Hey, how's that truck mode stack up? I think it stacks up pretty well. Once again, you can't mistake this for anyone other than Optimus Prime. You know, they did manage to make his truck mode look a bit angrier somehow.
I think it's the armored front of the cab and that wicked-looking cow-catcher-style bumper. There's really not much else to say about this.
Overall, I'm looking forward to the Transformers Reactivate video game. The trailer doesn't reveal too much. Reminds me a little bit of the Building Robocop montage from the 1987 film, which is not a bad thing, but I would like to see more in-game action and recognizable characters in the next trailer, not just hands that I assume belong to Bumblebee. These figures were pretty good in my opinion, though. Yeah, I feel the same way. I like Soundwave's new design, and his alt mode is somewhat unique while employing enough of the classic design elements to make him recognizable. I mean, you can't really expect to play as a tape deck in a vehicular combat game, right? Prime could use some paint, like always. That dull gray plastic doesn't really do anything for me, but I dig his design. He looks more imposing, more like the battle-hardened veteran I'm expecting in this kind of video game. I'm still a little sad that Soundwave won't have any little characters, little minions to toss at people from his chest, but I ain't mad about how he looks neither. Well, folks, that's it for our look at this first set of figures from the upcoming video game Transformers Reactivate. We're looking forward to playing the game, but in the meantime, we'll be happy playing with these figures. If you like this video, please give us a like. We'll be looking at the next set of Reactivate 2-packs, Starscream and Bumblebee, the next time, so get subscribed so you don't miss out when we post that video, eventually. Until next time, have a happy new year, and we appreciate you spending some time with us. Mwah!